and Maple Grove's going to have it.
Right out in front, they score!
Welcome to Sports Jam for the week of October 13th. I'm John Jacobson.
And I'm Jay Wilcox. Today on the show, highlights from conference cross country and section soccer. Plus, we'll spotlight Maple Grove's boys soccer team as they get set to take aim at a section title.
And we'll hear from Wayzata's top-rated boys cross country team. We'll get started with a great football game. Osseo and Maple Grove didn't get to play each other last season. They made up for that Friday in a memorable matchup at Maple Grove. The Crimson looking to stay unbeaten on the season, and things going their way early. Isaac Collins on the direct snap runs it in from 8 yards out, and Maple Grove leads 7-0. Later in the first quarter, it's Collins' backfield a teammate, Clark Winicky, getting loose. He sprints 31 yards for a touchdown to make it 14-0. Winicky and Collins rush for over 300 yards combined on the night. Big play early in the second quarter for Osseo on a 4th and 7 from the Maple Grove 47. Orioles quarterback Malik Gaylord hits Kadri Basari down the sideline for a 46-yard completion. It sets up a 1-yard touchdown by Justin Ekior, and it's 14-7 at the half. After an 85-yard kickoff return by Demario Armstrong to start the second half, Ekior scores his second touchdown of the night. This one from 3 yards out, and it's 14-all. Midway through the fourth quarter, and the game tied at 20, Maple Grove fullback Kyle Anderson scores from a yard out. The extra point is blocked, and it's 26-20 Crimson. With 1:43 to go on a 4th down play from the Maple Grove 5-yard line, Gaylord hits Martellus Hughes on a 5-yard touchdown. The Orioles make the extra point, and it's 27-26. Maple Grove, though, drove the field, had a chance to win it on the final play of the game, but the 30-yard field goal sails wide right, and Osseo rallies to win an instant classic, 27-26 the final.
It feels great. Everybody came to play. Nobody hung their heads when we were down. I just think that we overcame everything. In the last play, everybody was praying, and it came out on our side.
Terrific game, a memorable one for all those players. A big win for Osseo. It started 1-2 and now 5-2 heading into the game against Totino on Wednesday.
And to be honest about it, I don't think a lot of people gave them a lot of chance to win that game. They knew they were a good quality team, but Maple Grove was looking so strong. They just blasted Totino and Blaine in back-to-back weeks, and but Osseo showing there's still plenty of life left for them too, and a big one again on Wednesday. Well, Park Center and Armstrong have struggled in recent seasons in football. Both have showed signs of life, though, this fall. They met up on senior night at Armstrong. Falcons quarterback Nathan Olkey fakes the handoff and takes off into the Park Center secondary. He almost goes all the way, getting dragged down at the 2 after a 60-yard run. It sets up a Thomas Barber TD for a 6-0 lead. Early second quarter, and Barber takes the handoff and spins down to the 1. He scores a short time later to make it 13-0 Falcons. But Park Center comes back strong. Rondé Berry takes the toss and makes a nice little move and goes in. The Pirates pull within 13-7. On 4th and goal, Carl Altenberg gets a diving Adam Burge for the touchdown. Park Center leads at 14-13 at halftime. After Armstrong retakes the lead, they finish a 75-yard drive with a Barber plunge. The Falcons look like they might have it sealed up at 28-14. But watch this. On the ensuing kickoff, Burge juggles it, then stops and fires an overhand lateral across the field to Amani Hooker. And Hooker's got a wall of blockers set up, and it's trouble for Armstrong. He goes all the way to score. Park Center's within 28-20 with over 4 minutes left in the game. Park Center looking to tie it late, and Altenberg throws a jump ball, but Lovett Armstrong wrestles it away for the interception as Armstrong holds on for a 28-20 win. It's their 3rd win this season.
After struggling to win many games in the Rugged Lake Conference the past few years, the Hopkins football team is having a breakthrough 2014 season. First quarter of their game against Edina, and the Royals defense comes up with a big play. Kevion McDonald intercepts the halfback pass. He returns it 15 yards to keep the Royals in front, 3-0. Second quarter, and Hopkins QB Tyler Lee hits McDonald, now at wide receiver with the pass. This touchdown covers 34 yards, put Hopkins up 17-3 at the half. Second half, another big play by the Royals on defense. Joey Mydra tackles Doma Morris for a 6-yard loss. The Royals add to their lead on the ground. D.T. Williams runs it in from 10 yards out. Kind of rallied late, but Hopkins holds on to win 27-24. The Royals finish the regular season Wednesday at Eden Prairie.
Breck's football team has lost 3 games, but all to good teams, falling twice to Providence Academy and once to Holy Angels. The Mustangs hosting arch rival Blake. First quarter of the pass by Blake's Johnny Ferguson, tipped by Kwaku Bodum and intercepted by Jake Ukatel-Cohen for the Mustangs. On the ensuing drive, Peter Lillehog hits Ramad Shakayo Bowman for a 13-yard Mustangs touchdown. In the second quarter, Johnny Harfield punts it away for Blake. Bryce Johnson takes it on one bounce at the Breck 37, and he is gone. He runs it all the way down to the Blake 6. That sets up another Mustang score for a 20-0 lead. Third quarter, Lillehog zips it to Shakayo Bowman on a slant. This one covers 20 yards for a touchdown and a 40-6 Breck lead. Breck rolls to a 54-6 win over their rivals from Blake.
Osseo, Blaine, Champlin Park, and Tutino Grace all came into play last week, tied for first place in Northwest Suburban Conference volleyball. Now just 2 are tied at the top. Defending conference champion Osseo played at Blaine. Orioles on the right in the first set, both teams in white. Ellie Hoyt sets the ball back to Shia Sanders for the kill. Osseo takes his 7-6 lead. Blaine's Rebecca Hawkins with a good set to Sophie Stepanek for the big swing and kill. The Bengals lead by 2. Same combination comes through again here. Stepanek's kill helps the Bengals take the first set 25-22. Second set, Osseo now on the left. Bengals' Jenna Franson with the block for a point. And then later, ball goes left side to Laura Snyder, who gets the kill. Blaine takes this one 25-21. Osseo looking to extend the match. They play a tough third set. Sanders with the hit through the blockers for an Orioles point. Natasha Gachaba will get a block for Osseo on this play coming up. The Orioles and Bengals trade points throughout the third set, but in the end, the Bengals win 28-26 to sweep Osseo. Tutino Grace lost later in the week, setting up Blaine and Champlin Park for the conference title on Tuesday.
Cooper's volleyball team has found the going tough in their new conference home in the Metro West. The Hawks stepped out of conference play as they faced Minneapolis South. Cooper with the serve, and South gets into their offense only to see Raina Dixon get the big block in the middle for Cooper. She has back-to-back blocks to end the first set, and Cooper wins it 25-15. Second set and more of the same for Cooper. Alexandra Schultz delivers an ace on the way to a 25-18 Hawks win. They go up 2-0. In the third set, Cooper's Erica Spies attacks on the second ball, pushing it to the outside for an early Hawks 4-3 lead. And they'll set it outside to McKenna Dale for the hit that the Tigers can't return. The Hawks win in 3, 25-15, 25-18, and 25-15. At the 32-team Midwest Fall Classic in St. Michael, Lake Conference powers Hopkins and Wayzata battle for the title, with the Royals winning the best 2 out of 3 in 3 sets. It's the second time the Royals have defeated the Trojans this season. They meet for a third time on Tuesday night at Wayzata. Tutino Grace finishes 6th in the Midwest Fall Classic, and Champlin Park is 9th. Also, John, Breck's top-ranked girls tennis team headed back to state in Class A.
State tournament coming up next week. Stay with us. Coming up on Sports Jam, highlights from the soccer playoffs, plus conference cross-country. Stay with us. Welcome back to Sports Jam. Section champions will be crowned this week in soccer.
The Armstrong and Hopkins girls played a 1-goal game during the season, with Armstrong prevailing. The Falcons hosting Hopkins in the Section 6AA semifinals. Scoreless in the second half, Armstrong's Anna Wilcox to Isabel Snow out to Holly Enderly. Her shot goes off the keeper's hands and falls in. Armstrong breaks the deadlock to lead it 1-0. But Hopkins battles back. Rachel St. Clair gets it to Isabel Olson. Her run is stopped, but Corbin Boyd follows up with a blast that finds the back of the net to even the score at 1-1. Later in the second half, a great effort by Ashley Aiken for Hopkins as she dribbles to get some space and then lofts the high shot over the keeper and in. That's the game winner as Hopkins eliminates Armstrong 2-1. In the other semifinal, top seed Wayzata beat Minnetonka 3-1 for their third win over the season of the Skippers. So the championship Tuesday is set. Hopkins plays at Wayzata at 7 o'clock.
The Wayzata boys earned the top seed in Section 6AA. They played a nail-biter in the semifinals. Wayzata at home to face Roseville. Wayzata's Ethan Took with the crossing pass. The keeper tries to swat away. Clayton Smith gets a shot, but it goes off the goalpost. This game goes to overtime, still scoreless. In OT, David Allmer with the long free kick. Arthur Perrins heads it to McLean King. Right back to Perrins for the goal. And Wayzata wins 1-0 in OT, and they move on to the Section 6AA final. Wayzata now meets St. Louis Park, a winner over Minneapolis South in the semifinals. The title game is Tuesday at 5 o'clock at Wayzata. Park Center hoping to knock off number 1 seed Maple Grove in the 5AA boys semis. Scoreless late in the match when Maple Grove's Ian DuBois knocks in a loose ball after the corner kick. That's the game winner. Maple Grove survives to stay unbeaten. Crimson girls lost 1-0 to Mounds View in the semifinals. We'll meet the Crimson boys in our Sports Jam Spotlight.
And the Crimson now get set to play for a spot in the Class AA tournament. Second seed Mounds View, which knocked off Osseo in the semifinals, comes to Maple Grove Tuesday night for the 5AA boys championship at 7 o'clock. In Section 6A boys play, Breck wins a shootout over Benilde in one semifinal. The Mustangs will host Chaska in the title game Tuesday at 7. In Section 6A girls, the semifinals are not close. Benilde whips Providence Academy 4-0, and Orono blasts Breck by the same score. The Red Knights and the Spartans play Tuesday at Orono for the title. Park Center's girls play Heritage in the semis in Section 5A Tuesday. The winner plays for the championship on Thursday. Well, the section and state meets count the most, but conference championship meets are the start of the late season push for cross-country runners. The girls up first at the Northwest Suburban Conference meet in Elk River. This race now has 14 schools competing. Lane 8th grader Sarah Olson races to the win in a time of 15:04.9. That's 11 seconds ahead of the runner-up. In Navy, Grace's Michaela Brands, Amy Gasperlin, and Maggie Lewisell are 5, 6, 7, leading the Eagles to the team title. Armstrong's Megan Stewart is next, coming in 8th place. And then it's the boys' turn to take the course. Centennial sophomore Reed Kurak is the Northwest Suburban champion in 15:57.7. Totino Grace's Kevin Dado is 4th. Kyle Sweeney of Armstrong 5th, and Mitch Kramer of Osseo is 6th. Here's how the girls' team scores look. Conference newcomer Totino Grace races to the title, 10 points ahead of Centennial. Armstrong is 4th, Osseo 5th, Maple Grove 7th, Champlain Park 8th, Park Center is 13th. The Armstrong boys beat runner-up Andover by 7 points for the title, with Centennial 3rd, Maple Grove places 6th, Osseo 7th, Totino Grace 10th, Champlain Park's 12th, and Park Center is 13th.
The Lake Conference boasts some of the top teams in the state in cross-country. The teams were off and running at the Lake Conference Championships last week. Wayzata senior Anna French wins the girls' race with a time of 14 minutes, 8.7 seconds. Annika Lerdahl takes second place, and Michaela Keller-Miller is third as the Trojans win the team title. Wayzata also a heavy favorite in the boys' race. Connor Olson with plenty left at the end. He sprints to the finish for first place. Hopkins' John Klecker is second, and Wayzata's Jaret Carpenter finishes third. We check the team scores, starting with the girls. Wayzata wins with 37 points. Edina edges Minnetonka for second. Eden Prairie is fourth, and Hopkins fifth. On the boys' side, Wayzata has 10 points better than runner-up Hopkins. Then it's Edina, Eden Prairie, and Minnetonka. We'll hear from the Trojans later in the show. The state's top-ranked girls swimming and diving team scored a big win over the weekend. Defending state AA champion Wayzata won the Section 5AA True Team meet, scoring 1,928 points. 3 Wayzata relay teams plus Madison Price, Alexis Scoff, Carly Quast, and Brooke Fontaine all set meet records. Mounds View finished second with 1,613 points, followed by Armstrong and Osseo. Cooper finished 8th with Park Center 9th. The two-team state meet is Thursday at the University of Minnesota. And Maple Grove is the true team winner, Jay, in Section 8AA. Congratulations to the Crimson.
Yeah, they also tied Elk River in a key Northwest Suburban dual meet last week as well. Coming up next in our Sports Jam Spotlight, hear from the Maple Grove boys soccer team about their undefeated season. It was a historic regular season for the Maple Grove boys soccer team. 16 games, 16 wins. The first undefeated team in school history. Jason Melillo profiles the Crimson in this week's Sports Jam Spotlight.
Together.
Defender Trevor Gift and midfielder Kevin Hoof are leaders for Maple Grove. Both are senior captains who have played on varsity since their freshman year, but the strength of this team goes well beyond two guys.
These guys know what's going on, pretty much the same group from last year. So the expectations are there, the behaviors are there, and the leadership. You know, it's not just the captains, it's all the seniors kind of keeping everybody in line.
There are 16 seniors on the Crimson roster this fall, most of whom have a lot of varsity experience. Players like defender Carson Thomas and goalie Ben Nelson are the backbone of this team.
It's special, it is. I mean, this group has been together for a while now, since 7th grade, some of these guys. And we played club soccer with a lot of them, and so yeah, we're a really tight-knit group, and it's been a lot of fun, yeah.
Watch MG play, and the individual talent of its players is clear right away. But it's the ability and willingness of those players to use their talents within a structured system that makes this team special.
It's an expectation. It's been built that way, and it comes from the coaches. The captains are on board with that, and really the players. And you know, you're dealing with kids, so sometimes you got to teach them to do those things. But this group, it's been pretty easy as far as those expectations and getting those results.
We all know our own position in the system. We definitely try to play as a system. We all know the system. We have just little pieces here and there that just fit the system, so we try to play with them too.
I feel like we don't really have a weak spot on the field for us. Every player does their job, and it's very helpful for everyone else. If everyone else does their job, it's a lot easier for the guy who has the ball or moving off the ball. I mean, it's really nice for the team.
Having a lot of returning varsity players is always a good thing, but it also means they remember last year. The Crimson lost in the section finals in 2013, and that's a memory driving the 2014 squad.
Especially because so many people on the team last year are again returning, so I mean it's a big part of why we're driven and hoping to do well.
Still, last year is history, and even Maple Grove's undefeated regular season doesn't mean a whole lot now. Crimson coaches and players know it's win or go home, and their ultimate goal is getting back to the state tournament. Jason Melillo, 12 Sports.
Thanks, Jason. Maple Grove's last trip to state was in 2011 and ended in the semifinals. The Crimson can punch their ticket to this year's state tournament by beating Mounds View on Tuesday night in the Section 5AA final. John talks cross country with the Wayzata boys when Sports Jam returns.
Welcome back to Sports Jam. As you saw earlier in the show, the Wayzata boys cross-country team won the Lake Conference Championships last week, and they'll be out to defend their Section 6AA championship next week at Gale Woods Farm. And they join us this week on the show. And we'll start with Jaret Carpenter. And Jaret, talk about this year's team and the talent you've had and what this season's been like for you guys.
I mean, this season's been solely on not peaking early and just trusting our training. It's a great group of guys to run with, and we're just hoping to do our best at the end of the season.
The training that you had last year and knowing how you guys did all season, did that help going into this year, knowing you kind of follow the same blueprint and hopefully end up with the same result on November 1st here?
Yeah, it relative to when we should start our peak workouts, this last year helped us to really get a gauge and when we should start doing so.
Winning the Lake Conference Championship, is that a big deal for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice taking home the trophy, conference champion. I mean, for any school, I'm sure it would be a great success. So,
good luck next week at sections.
Thank you.
Connor Olson, you guys knew you'd have a strong team coming into this season, so how do you kind of keep a level head during the season, knowing that you're going to be one of the best teams and the team that everybody's gunning for up through sections and state?
Well, we know on any given day anything can really happen, so we try and keep everything in perspective. We know there's a lot of talent out there across the board. There's there's lots of teams who can knock us off, and we're just trying to be humble, stick to the process, and yeah, just trying to make sure that the season stays in, so that we keep everything in perspective.
The section meet is at the same place as the conference meet, Gale Woods. What do you like about that course?
I just think the atmosphere that's out there is great. All along the course, there's a lot of fans who are cheering you on, and we always think of it as our home course, and yeah, we get out there, get a couple workouts in, and yeah, we just love the atmosphere, and yeah, it's a great event, and a lot of people would enjoy the event that they put on out there.
Tanner, good luck to you next week.
Yeah, thank you.
Coach Bill Miles, you guys know you'll be the favorites there, but there's going to be some very good teams you're going to have to beat to win the section again, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. 3 or 4 of the best teams, our biggest challengers in the state, will be there. Minneapolis Washburn has got a great program. They're really doing well coming out of the city. Edina and Hopkins, they're tremendous teams. They're ranked 2nd and 3rd or 2nd and 4th in the state. 4 of the top 5 teams are in Section 6. It's going to be a tremendous dogfight, and we love it. We're looking forward to it.
What has this group of boys been like to work with this year?
They work hard. They're focused, disciplined, and they treat each other well. Formula for success.
Jaret talked about peaking and getting set and to race your biggest races at the end of the year. Do you feel your team is at that spot right now?
Yeah, I think we've still got some work to do, some work to get in, and the athletes themselves are focused not only on the state meet, but also they want to do well at the national level afterwards. Nike puts on a series, and so we've got to respect what they want to do as well, and so we're trying to balance everything together, and we feel very comfortable with the training we've done and the training we have yet to do.
Coach, good luck next week at sections.
Thank you very much.
All right. Wayzata boys cross country team will be out again to defend their section championship along with the girls next week. It's next Wednesday, October 22nd at Gale Woods Farm in Minneapolis. We'll take a break and come back and wrap up Sports Jam, but first, our plays of the week. Short kick, left sideline, and Osseo's got it. It's mayhem in the stands.
Get your costume set for the Monster Mash Dance on Friday, October 24th at the Crystal Community Center. It's for youth grades 5 through 7. Get more details at 12.tv. It's an event full of art and much more. Don't miss the Plymouth Arts Fair on November 15th and 16th at the Plymouth Creek Center. Get more details at 12.tv under In the Community.
Our game of the week is a good one to end the regular season in football as Totino Grace takes on Osseo. They split 2 meetings last season. The game is Wednesday night at 7. Watch it live on Channel 12 and 12.tv or catch the replay Saturday night at 7 o'clock. And that's it for this week's Sports Jam. Thanks for joining us.
The regular season wraps up in football, and section champions will be crowned in soccer this week. We'll have the highlights next time around on Sports Jam. See you then.